Hey, Rich Jason. So today's video we're doing something a little bit different, which is always fun to do instead of just regular board and card games. We're gonna look at some Lackadaisy webcomic graphic novels, I guess. So Lackadaisy is a comic that came out, started in like 2006 by Tracy Butler here. I'm gonna focus up a little bit better there. So it follows some Prohibition era cats. The Lackadaisy cats, also known as. In Prohibition era, I want to say Louisiana, just Creole. But yeah, during the 1920s. So they made this webcomic, and eventually they now have produced 2 volumes of the comic itself. And before I go into there, I just heads up any spoilers, because I don't know what I'm going to show. I have not read these yet. My wife likes these. But I always love looking at new webcomics, new different comics. I grew up reading webcomics all through high school. So, the fact that something like this ever passed me up was very surprising. Because that would have been my time period for that. Well, no, if it came out in 2006, I would have been out of high school at that point. But yeah, so if it was on during high school, I definitely would have got this. So yeah, they have some volumes that came out, produced by Circus Comics or Publishing. So we have 3 different volumes here. We have Volume 1, Volume 2, and the Essentials, which are probably all available from their web stores. I don't know much, again, I don't know much about these characters myself, but I did like the idea of them. So I just want to look at this. I always love... Oh, this is gorgeous. I just want to show these off because this is really cool. Volume 1, we have a club there around the back. And then, oh my gosh, look at this flap on the inside. This is amazing. The first time I just unwrapped these, so I have not looked at these yet. I did show off a previous video showing off some of the plushes. And I am actually super excited because they have a card game coming out. So that's what I'm waiting for myself. Yeah, if I get any other stuff from this, I know they're also producing an animated series, so I won't do a video for that. But, yeah, definitely if I get any more stuff that has to do with this, I will definitely show off. So that is really cool there. So we have Tracy Butler, a St. Louis-based artist who left the game industry to draw comics. She lives in an old house with a small band of former outlaws, retired ruffians, and wastemen scoop up from the streets. Some are battle scarred, some are missing eyes and limbs, and all of them are fond of tuna juice, sunspots on the carpet, and catnip mice. The stories write themselves. Yeah, so here's kind of a summary of the story. It's 1927 and national prohibition is in its full effect. On the record, the nation is dry, but the glory days are at hand for an unassuming cafe in quaint St. Louis side street. Beneath the tile floors lies an notorious subterranean saloon, the Lackadaisy Speakeasy, where the spirits are still high and available on tap. Or at least they were until the calamity rocked the establishment foundation. Now some jazz band, riffraff, and a beleaguered veteran are all that remains to pick up the pieces of the past, along with some decent bootleg booze. The Lackadaisy to survive this and the advances of the ferocious rivals, a little bit of creativity and chaos may be in order. So interesting. There's a back picture again. It's really cool. So I'm going to kind of flip into this really quick just to kind of see what's in here. I mean, again, I'm not going to go through every page or anything. I don't want to spoil all of it. I just kind of want to see what some of the artwork looks like. So yeah, here's some more information on the people. Author, artist, layout design, all the fun people. Published by Circus Comics. So just some more people. I was like, definitely show off this stuff. Yeah, so yeah, check out Circus Comics if you want. They produce lots of other interesting stuff as well. They do Kickstarters. So this is kind of interesting because it's not color. It's kind of old schooly, newspaper-ish stuff. So yeah, I'm just going to flip through some of the other pages here. And it's reprinted. I like it's printed in big thing, like full page. So like another webcomic I follow is Penny Arcade. And they did little tiny books. I also read like PvP, and some other ones like that, other web comics like that. They usually have smaller books, and the stuff are a little bit more formatted, like one single page, like a regular sized comic book. So the fact that they reproduce these in big giant thing, which is really nice because some of these have lots of text and a lot of stuff going on. Plus, it's not following the traditional webcomic format of like 3 panels or 2 panels or one single panel comic. It's treating it more like a traditional comic book, which is really cool. So it looks like this might be the end of it, where it gets to sketchbook at the end. This is kind of cool. They got some of this stuff in color is really neat. Different characters. I always like sketchbooks at the end of that stuff, just because I can be like, like this, and hey, like I love this stuff, like talking about like what they did, the authors did. I love that kind of stuff where they're like, hey, this is not just showing the pictures, but also explaining some of the things they did for it, how they did it. It's really cool. We have art book here, which is really fun as well. Just getting to see some of them other sketches. I'm not really showing this off as well as I probably could be. Yeah, just some of the fantastical colored images are really neat. Historical notes. This is the Monique log. Historical notes, references, factors, errors, anachronisms, and crumble of the dubious interest. So that's kind of cool. Just some extra information in there. And then it kind of shows hint for the next book, which is this one right here. So we're just going to take a quick look at that one as well. So, did this change at all? Yeah, it has some more updated story stuff, so I'm not going to read into that too much. Looks like the inner panel is the same. That's not bad, though. Nothing wrong with that. It's a lot of effort to do that to begin with. But yeah, it just kind of looks like artwork all stays the same. Oh, and the crispiness of a brand new comic book. Adding a little bit more color, it looks like, into the second one. Then we have some more sketches stuff in here. Well, that's kind of neat. Stuff with, like, unhinged. Here's just some notes and drawings of certain expressions. Kind of showing how she did some of that different stuff, which is really cool. That creative design stuff in there is always fun to me as well. Some of the neat artwork. Do we have a hint for a third book at all, or was this the end of it? Until next time, so maybe possibly a third one. Very cool. Then the third book we have is the Essentials book, so I'm not even sure what this one is exactly. But let's take a look inside. So, since Lackadaisy was introduced in 2006, Tracy has been producing related illustrations, drawings, tutorial guides, side comics, and other sort of materials of a decidedly unserious nature. This book is a collection of a great many of those things, as well as an exploration of the lives of the backgrounds of characters who inhabit the jazzy world of the past. So that's pretty cool. So the inside flap is going to be a new inside flap. Okay, then we gotta stop and look at that. Gotta take a quick look at that. We got some new pictures here. Just want to show off some of this awesome artwork here. So these are like posters. The other one was like postcards and news clipping. These are like various posters of all the different characters. So that's pretty cool. And then we get a black book just to keep it, to set it aside from the other one. So now I don't know for sure if this was part of the Kickstarter exclusives. Well, I guess it wasn't Kickstarter. I watched it. My brain's always on board games. I do Kickstarter. Not sure if this was the exclusive when I ordered these. Did I do these through GameFound? Maybe I did. No, it wasn't a GameFound. I can't remember what the name of the program was I did. But there was a thing for these. Crowdfunding source I did these on. So I'm not sure if this is exclusive. This might be available during their web store. I sure hope it is. You produce this stuff. It'd be awesome to be able to share it with other people. So yeah, let's just kind of, just flip through some of this as well. It's just a big introduction here. So I'm not going to read through all that again. Yeah, here, oh, it's kind of neat. So we have, like, Atlas May, the course are born, a little bit of information about this character. It's kind of cool. Mitsume, the boss lady, the 20th century, that's funny. Plus some other little things, just extra pictures and portraits. Rocky's one of the main characters. I'm not going to go through, again, every single page, but that's really neat. Kind of like character pages and stuff. So we have just all the different characters. I don't want to end up accidentally spoiling something on some of them. Some minor characters. And we have some comics. So it's like just big little mini comics, which are kind of neat as well. Little backstory ones, which are always really fun to see as well. Like, hey, here's this little just tiny thing. It's not directly, it's related to the story because it talks about them. So what would happen if Rocky tried waffles instead of pancakes? You know, kind of a little goofy thing there. Yeah, that's kind of neat. Hi, are we going to see Freckle wink at some point? I think he'd look actually adorable if he winked at Ivy. Instead of having trying to wink. It's just, people ask questions and they get, it's actually more of a comic there. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's neat. It's like different hat styles. That is actually, so again, I find this stuff fascinating to me, especially like, not just like, hey, we drew this comic. Like, hey, here's some of the process we did because of these. Like, here's some of the clothing stuff. Like, how fabric, like, I'm not an artist. So, like, getting to see kind of how people do some of this stuff does fascinate me. Photo mimicry, doing different hues and stuff to make them pictures look how they do. That's crazy. Oh, that's kind of neat, too, like, through the ages. How they've been in each different era. Like, if they went all the way through, that's cool. Do they do that for... Might not have done that for all the characters. But yeah, just more various pictures. Yeah, so this is kind of more if you're a fan of the series, you get extra stuff to go in there. Fan of the author, artist thing. That's really cool. Awesome. So that's what we have for Lackadaisy. Yeah, again, I've showed some of the plushes before, which are really neat. I personally am excited for the card game. I love games, as you've seen from my channel. And this is like a Prohibition, the 1920 era type card game. I think they showed some sampling of when they look like playing cards with the characters on. So I think they're gonna have like a poker-ish element to the game. I'm not for sure. So I'll definitely be excited to show that when it comes. And again, if I have any more stuff I get from this, I'll definitely show it off. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely go check out this stuff if you're interested. You can pick up these hard copy covers. Maybe support some of that stuff. Again, they're doing some animations. You can maybe get to watch it, which would be really fun as well. Alright, see you guys later. Bye.